Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this particular video, we are going to discuss about standard free energy. It's also known as Gibbs free energy, an important concept, an important topic of bioenergetics. It is related to organic chemistry. So before study about the standard free energy, we have to know about bioenergetics. So what is bioenergetics? Basically, bioenergetics are made up of two words, that is bio plus energetics. Bio means living system and energetics means study of energy. So bioenergetics is the study of energy in living system. It includes flow of energy, transformations of energy, and use of its all kind of this phenomena we use in bioenergetics. So basically, the study of energy in living system is known as bioenergetics. Now the standard free energy, it is related, this concept is related to bioenergetics. So what is standard free energy? So it's represented by mainly del G. So the amount of energy capable to doing work in a chemical reaction at constant temperature and pressure is known as standard free energy. Basically, if we want to define the standard free energy, so the amount of energy capable to doing work in a chemical reaction at constant temperature and pressure is known as standard free energy. Okay, so this is the basic definitions. So the Gibbs free energy gain or lost. Okay, the Gibbs free energy, which represented by del G, is gain or lost in a chemical reaction, can be calculated by this phenomena. So basically, when del G is gain or lost, when we know that in this chemical reaction is when del G Gibbs free energy is negative, then this reaction is known as exergonic, and if the del G Gibbs free energy is positive, then this reaction is known as endergonic. Okay, so in the exergonic process, the energy is lost from the system, and in endergonic reaction, the energy is required for the further reactions. Okay, this system is require energy for the further reactions. So that is phenomena is known as endergonic reaction, and if the energy is lost from this system is known as exergonic reactions. And further, we also see the diagrams, graphs of this both reactions. So what when del G Gibbs free energy is zero, it's equilibrium. Okay, so now the del G is determined by two factors, mainly enthalpy and entropy. So how can we determine this del G? By using this formula. Okay, so del G is determined by mainly two factors, that is enthalpy and entropy, and this is the formula we use for determinations of del G. Del G equal to del H minus T del S, where T is temperature and del S is entropy and del H is enthalpy, and this is Gibbs free energy. So by using this formula, we can find out the del G in a particular reactions. So okay, so this is the standard free energy basic concept. I hope you understood. Now we take a look about the exergonic and endergonic reactions. What is exergonic and what is endergonic reaction? Some key points of exergonic reactions. Basically, exergonic is a chemical reaction, and in this reactions, exergonic reactions, the energy is lost from the system. That's why the del G is negative, and it is a spontaneous reactions. And example, generally cellular respirations is known as exergonic reactions, and it denoted by del G equal to G product minus D reactant is less than 0. Okay, now as opposite endergonic reactions, it is also a chemical reaction, but it is in this process the system is require energy. That's why the Gibbs free energy is positive, and it is a non-spontaneous reactions. And it is the example of this reaction is photosynthesis, and it's denoted by del G equal to G product minus G product minus G reactant, and it is more than 0. Okay, so this is the exergonic and endergonic reactions basic main points. I hope you understood. Now this is the graph of this exergonic and endergonic reactions. So this graphs is mainly made between free energy, draw between the free energy and progress of reaction. So basically this is reactants, and in exergonic reactions energy is lost. That's why the product are formed in below the energy which required for reactants. And this is the endergonic reactions. In this reaction, the energy is basically required. The energy is required. That's why the reactant, this is a reactant, then energy, this reaction get energy, and the product formation is in above the reactant from which require the reactant energy. Okay, so this is the graph of the exergonic and endergonic reactions and the main key points of this concept. I hope you understood standard free energy and exergonic and endergonic reactions. Detailed explanations notes if you want for your semester examinations, so you can check out the PDF store link given in this descriptions box, which is definitely very important, very helpful for your exam perspective. So you can please check out this PDF store for detailed notes of this unit and these topics. So I hope this video is helpful for your exam perspective, your exam preparations. If you find helpful this video, so for further videos, please support, like, share and subscribe to my channel, and thank you so much for watching.